was awarded in January of this year and goes to January 2012, and we're so pleased with how well the grant is going. We've committed to successfully complete training for over 1,500 people, and to this point, this date, which is in early December 2010, we've completed 86% of that training.
So one of our main successes and outcomes from this program was having trained our Youth Build students in the HAZWOPER course. Upon graduation, we placed 6 of them on an oil spill in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Now, they were placed with a contractor who was doing the spill remediation, and it was really a huge achievement for us because these students got to have hands-on job experience immediately upon graduation, making great wages. The starting wages, I think, were $18.52 an hour.
A young man who came to us with a very little education. I believe he was reading at a 4th grade level. He eventually graduated from our high school with a high school diploma and earned NCCER certification. He used that certification and his diploma to start working for us. He worked in our maintenance department, our facility maintenance department, and eventually transitioned from that role into a full-time job with a local construction company. He's been highlighted in the Dayton Daily News as well as other newspapers for his achievements and his success, and knowing where he came from, not just his academic struggles, but his personal struggles, family difficulties, home difficulties. He really served. He became a transcender, and he rose above the odds, and now he's raising his own family and working full-time, and he's now attending classes at our school as an apprentice, and those classes are being paid for by his employer.
And we have 5 more semesters to go. We have a great community partnership which exists of industry partners, workforce partners, lots of community programs such as our adult basic education program. We have some great support services that we're providing for our students, such as an integrated CNA course, which is a pathway into some of our other programs, a healthcare careers opportunity course through our adult basic education program. We have student support dollars such as transportation, childcare, food, clothing, help offset the cost of their books. We also have scholarships available to our eligible partners to help pay for the credits.
And I think one of the greatest successes we've had is the tremendous partnershiping that we've seen develop throughout the course of our grant. Partnershiping that includes all the community colleges and the training providers that have previously never worked together as a consortium, as well as some of our outside partners. In particular, I'm really pleased about the role that the local WIN organization, the Workforce Investment Network, has been able to play in helping to support the individuals that we have enrolled in our programs.
The biggest success I want to talk about is that people are actually getting placed in jobs that literally have not had an interview in 2 years. So the larger effect is that it's training and credentialing and employment, but it's restoring confidence. And the level at which we've engaged the community to respond has been, I would say, that too with the employment has been sort of life-changing. And I also wanted to say that the conference here has really restored me. I know that sounds pretty warm and fuzzy, but seriously, getting the intellectual input and the experience and solutions of the other partners around me has been invaluable. It came at a good time because I'm getting recharged from it, and I really appreciate the opportunity to meet with the other grantees.
This individual who was once at the top of the food chain again when the company was doing high rises is now at the bottom because he doesn't have any specific knowledge of renewable energy installation. So when they found out about our training opportunity in solar PV, he came to us just so that he now can be competitive in the job that he's known for the last 12 to 14 years.
At present, of the people who have gone through a green training associated with our EQS grant, we have a 98% to 100% placement rate, and that is entirely credited to our wonderful green training providers and our case managers who have been unbelievably diligent at going out, talking to business, finding out what they need, and really aligning our training programs with existing existing industry and business demands.
Just received some text messages today stating that additional people were hired today. I believe it was another 8 just got hired today. So we rallied our troops and yay, and give a big high five and stuff. We're all excited.
I really appreciated this opportunity provided by the Department of Labor, because one of the things that it's done for us at ICD is because we're a negotiated benefit. The steelworkers members' education and their endeavors are paid for through the company contribution. We're really what you'd consider closed shop training. It's members only. But through this grant, we've really had to reach out and open up who we are and form partnerships that we normally wouldn't form. And I think that's not only going to help us in our future, but it's really going to help us create this sustainable program when it comes to green jobs training, because now we're already out there.
We have very strong community partners with our employers as well as our community partners. Our grant coordinator and myself have gone around to our different community partners and discussed with them the grant and how we can get maybe some of their clients into our programs, as well as the employers. All of our employers, we're in the health and education field, and all of our employers, we all take it personally as well as professionally, because our students are our future. They're also become our colleagues.
The success of the Youth Build programs really lies in its students and the outcomes that they have, and them showing up every day and knowing that the generational poverty that they come from and how they're trying to overcome that, and being there every day and trying to realize that they don't have to take the path that was out before them, that they have options, they have opportunities, and they're the ones in the driving seat that can make that change.
We need to also encourage staff, which is what I think is one of the real values of this green building curriculum, is encouraging staff to kind of get outside their comfort level and to perhaps interact with partners that they normally wouldn't interact with.
This conference has been very valuable to us. We've been very isolated, that we're scrambling and working as hard as we can to make this grant work. But sometimes we don't really communicate that well with other grant recipients. So it's been really valuable for us to meet and network with other people who are in the same position we are, and notice that the struggles and successes we've had are both the same and different from others. So we've really gotten to learn and meet other people, and hopefully bring some of their best practices back to our program when we get back to New York after this conference.
The most valuable information that I've learned so far in this institute really has been the opportunity to learn from and talk with other grantees from other states and understand the similarities and differences in the challenges and successes that they have experienced, and being able to share that.
The excitement here is the power of this innovation, its currency, and I think it truly has the opportunity to revolutionize the field of labor market information that Jim and I have been a part of for a long time.
And I think the other piece, I tend to drive toward what's a customer going to see from this innovation. I mean, it won't be, right now we're at the stage of charts and graphs. I think long term, what it means is that a student who gets a student loan 3 years from now is going to have with them a constant companion that's going to be monitoring the labor market, giving them an idea of what skills are now current, what do they have to personally innovate on to make sure that they stay current in the market.
But I'd say the innovations are the three states working together so closely. The use of this public-private nonprofit for its administrative entity, the Maryland Workforce Corporation, and the team that was brought together. And we have challenges, but we actually come together. We have a terrific LMI steering committee. It's made up of the leadership of the LMI directors from Maryland, DC, and Virginia, and they provide excellent guidance. And actually, we come up with thorny issues, we talk them over, and we implement. So it's both practitioners and academics coming together. And it's been a really fun project. And I think we're going to have a meaningful impact that'll long last beyond May 31st, 2011. So it's a good project, and we're delighted that the department funded us.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. To add to what Ed said, as we heard in the plenary today, decisions should be made in the context of data. So this real-time LMI data enables decisions to be made in terms of training, employment, in the proper context. So when you send a particular potential employee to a training, that training should result in jobs. Are there available jobs in that region? And the data that we're collecting will enable those trainers, educators, employers, and employees to really make those decisions in the proper context.
In serving our residents of our region, our goal is to just simply work smarter, work better, and work together so that we can all grow as a team.
Good job.
Good job.
Michael?
We have some really good.
That was great.